Hey there, Addison Smith here with Everything Church Pro, and welcome to episode 16 of Hokmah and Coffee. And maybe you're wondering, what's Hokmah? Well, it's right here. It's the Hebrew word for wisdom, and it's something that's incredibly valuable. It's literally like God's cheat codes to the universe, and He gives it to us in His Word. And if you would like a daily dose of Hokmah, make sure you look down there, hit that subscribe button, and ring that notification bell, and join this wonderful community of like-minded Christians. Today we're in chapter number 16, and I'd like for us to look down at verse number 9. It says this: "A man's heart deviseth his way, but the Lord directeth his steps." This is interesting. It's, as you can see in Proverbs and even in Hebrew poetry, there's kind of like this parallel structure where they you see one thought and then it'll try to either contrast it or build on it, and this parallelism. And here we see, he says, this is the surface, but what's actually going on underneath the surface is this. Do you see that? He says, man, he can choose which way he's going to go. Man's heart deviseth his way. You think about it. You devise, you plan it out. You research it out and you plot out which way you want to go. But it says, you plan it out, but the Lord's the one who directs the way that unfolds, right? And there was a story of the citizens in Feldrich, I don't know if I'm saying that right, Austria, and they didn't know what to do because Napoleon's massive army was coming and was preparing for an attack, and the soldiers had been spotted in the heights above the little town, and they were sitting there, and the council of citizens was summoned together, and as they were there, they were thinking, should we go to battle, or should we display the white flag of surrender? And this was Easter Day, and the people had gathered that day in the local church. And as they were sitting there, the pastor rose up and said this, I'll quote it. It says, "Friends, we have been counting on our own strength, and apparently that has failed. As this is the day of our Lord's resurrection, let us just ring the bells, have our services as usual, and leave the matter in His hands. We know only our weakness and not the power of God to defend us." And so they accepted his plan, and they rang those bells. And this is the amazing thing. The enemy, hearing that sudden peal of the bells, concluded that the Austrian army had arrived during the night to defend the town. And before the service had ended, the enemy had left. You see, man's heart deviseth his way, but the Lord is the one who directs his steps. We know what we're planning on doing, but only God really knows what's going on and what this is leading to and what our steps are actually accomplishing. And so take heart in this. Yes, you might be planning your way, but the Lord is the one who is in control. He is the one who is directing your steps. And this is why chapter 3 is so vital. In all thy ways acknowledge Him, and He shall direct thy paths. Today's wisdom principle is this: remember, God is in control. God is in control. I don't know what circumstance you're going through, what it seems like life is throwing your way, but always remember this: God's in control. God is in control. Well, I pray this was a blessing to you. If it was, leave a thumbs up. I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. And I pray that today you live with Hokmah. And I'll see you tomorrow.